Great continuation. Can y'all hear me now? Great continuation. Can I be heard in the room, please? Can I be heard in the room? Okay, you hear me now? Okay, thank you, thank you. I've been in here just a talking, y'all. I done spilled my beans, but nah, I ain't say much of nothing. So I was greeting the five people that was in the room, and I guess they thought I was halfway crazy too, because they couldn't see anything. But thank y'all for coming in. Great continuation to y'all again. Uh-huh. That you can hear me now. Firekeeper, I'm glad to see you in here. Old Dog Philly was the first one to drop it in here. I appreciate y'all so much for coming. Can y'all share it for me so some people can come in? Maybe my five will drop back in here in a minute because they know I'm going to drop something. They know it. Um, Thank y'all for coming in again. Um, okay, I'm going to wait. I'm going to put my little music back on for a second since there wasn't nobody hearing it in the first place. And we're going to wait and see if I can get a few people in here. How about that, y'all? And believe you me, we ain't going to be long today. I'm not planning on being a 4 or 5 hour. I just want to drop some information because I was hearing some stuff today about the religion of our people, about us being Moors, about us being Israelites. I mean, it's just too much. And I got my records back to 1400s. And I really ain't read everything, you guys, and I don't mind reading it with you. You understand what I'm saying? I've collected documentation. I've gotten a lot of records, and I don't mind reading them with you and sharing my records and what I found out about my family because absolutely we're gonna tie it in and see that's what people ain't really trying to do. They ain't trying to tie it in. They still trying to find out about something over there, over here, and everywhere. No, I'm just trying to tie it in. We're trying to solve the issue about what happened and how it happened to my people. I don't care about none of the other stuff. uh, all these I don't care about all that. All I care about is my indigenous people that we were and what absolutely really happened to us, you know. So I appreciate the one that's in here now. And like I said, I'm not going to talk um, too long, but if don't nobody come over here, I'm not going to really even say this. Just keep it to myself. How many people's in here now? This thing says, oh, okay, it's back to one. Okay, so y'all, like I said, I'm gonna play some music. Just let this music play for a second. See if anybody find me over here. If not, whoever's here, I will share what I got. Like y'all say, y'all know I'm always, if I say too much, I'm always make it private. So you better get it while you can. For real, for real. I wish I could do what I used to try to. Come on, you guys. Bring it out. Take it situation. Enjoy your peace. Oh, you do it. Whatever you can. One love. Right? You can. Been on 2 4 minutes and I ain't talk. Ain't talking about nothing yet. I don't even see my two sisters, my four sisters that usually be with me. I don't even see them. I see one more and drop back in. I guess that. Oh, y'all sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So who in here? Mama Love and Danita. Oh, Curious One just popped in. Hey, Love. How you doing today? Great continuation. Always. I'm just gonna go over some of my records today. But you know, I hear so many things as I say. People are saying remorse. I'm kind of feel. At the same time, nobody that picked up their religion. I ain't say that, but I definitely am saying you're watching more about no pirates. Really, I ain't found the pirates either. So I ain't found these people not to, but I found a lot of Indians. I found a whole lot of Indians. And I don't care who say that Indians and Moors is simultaneously the same. I beg to differ. And I beg to differ. I ain't gonna argue with nobody. I ain't finna fight with these sniggers. But one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show my record. I don't know what you saying, Belita. Look, no line on your channel. I know, I had to find it too, baby. I did. But see, that's the wrong channel. It's gotta be capital M-A-M-A space Chief, capital C Chief. And that's how I found it. I had to put it in my search engine. Because see, I got 3, 4 different channels. This is not the same channel. That's why ain't nobody found me yet. You can fill up with I told you they hide me. They literally hide me, and I know it. But they hide me for my own self. That one with the blue cover, that one there is actually the one with all with my 300 something. But I wish I could get them combined, but I think they're going to get me there. Yeah, figure that out. Okay. My face is coming up. And we is single. Yeah, we can take off. Let me put this. 3 is good for me. Okay. How y'all doing? Great continuation again. As I said, I'm here because of confusion. And I'm only here with my records and hopefully, you know, my records is my records. And if my cousins want a copy of these records, they can get them. You know what I'm saying? Because these are really actually public records. And my thing is, I don't understand why nobody is actually showing the dead-gone records. I mean, what? I mean, it's like, is it a real secret or what are we really hiding? Why are we still talking about other folks' records? If you the people, why you can't show you the people? What the hell? I mean, that's my concept. I mean, it seems like some fear somewhere. It seems like some, I don't know, I ain't gonna, I mean, it seems like somebody hiding something. But I'm gonna read this. This is one of my cousins, and this was in the 1900s, right? And he was a singer. He wrote poems. He went around lecturing because it was in the 1900s. Now this is a 1900 Indian. He and his whole family was an Indian on records. It didn't say Indian slash Moors or nothing. It was Indian, full blooded, and he went around during the 1900s. Late, I think he died in 1960s. I'm in Washington in the VA hospital, if I'm not mistaken. I'll read the records. Like I said, I got the records, but I haven't read a lot of these records. But I am curious to read them. Yes, curious one, just like that. I'm curious to read them, and I don't mind reading them with you guys. I'll find out the same time you find out. You understand what I'm saying? Because everything I find on my relatives that's tied in my tree, 17 generations back to 1424, I print it. I print it right away. You understand? Because I know that these records ain't gonna always be there. And I feel sorry for people who is not gathering their records. See? Because these people, they had a plan. And our people was involved in it at some point, but some kind of way the coup d'etat did happen. It was a straight coup d'etat, and we could see that when I was showing y'all. I don't know whether anybody in here, yeah, my sister's in here, showing you about how they bombed us, 1906, 1920s, how they was bombing and taking our stuff. So we definitely know that they had a coup d'etat. And then the Jim Crow and all these ages come up, and then here come the story we were slaves. I mean, all of this was made up and put to us like that. So booyah. Okay, so but this was a printout that came through Ancestry.com, Family Tree, on him on his business. On I got pictures of him. He flew a plane. He was a pilot as well. But this says talented Indian. It don't say more. I'm gonna stress this because Sniggers is trying to be really, really slick right around there, and I don't care who get mad about this, cause y'all, everybody know me. I always have been that most slayer, and they hated me for it. Yeah, they hated me for that shit, but I gonna tell the truth about my records. Hate me if you will, but it is what it is here. That's why I'm gonna do it on my channels, okay? On all my channels, because this is what I should be doing. Now, talented Indian visits Spokane. That's Washington, right? Spokane. Chief Katas Tecumseh, Kashmir, head of the Wenatchee Indian tribe, was a spoken visitor over the weekend. He appeared in a special program of songs, readings from his poems, and a lecture on the American Indian. Booyah! He did a lecture on the American Indian at St. Paul's, check this out, at the M.E. Church, not the AME. Must have been the Methodist Episcopal. Okay? He also gave radio broadcasts over local stations Saturday. Very busy man that day, wasn't he? The chief, who is a young man, has been the head of the Wenatchee for 7 years and has made several trips to the east and singing and speaking tours and to visit Washington. He was well acquainted with the late President Calvin Coolidge and the late Vice President Charles Curtis. He and Henry Ford are good friends, and the Indian chief have several group pictures showing Mr. Ford and himself and others. Other groups show him with Governor Martin and Governor Henry Horner of Illinois. So this is a document that shows that he was participating in the welfare of his people still in the 1900s. I mean, do anybody understand what I'm saying here? And I heard somebody else say, "Oh, we don't we didn't speak English. We didn't speak English in the 16 and 1700s." Really? I beg to differ. I beg to differ because I got documentation that says so, right? But the thing of the matter is that documents don't speak that much about a lot of interpreters either. Because I got the document from Verrazano where the Indian chiefs would come up on his boat and they was conversation, but it wasn't like he had to have no. They didn't say anything. I didn't read it. I don't remember seeing about. Let's see. Here we go. I don't remember seeing it. It might have been. Let me see. Okay. The earliest written descriptions of Indians in North America were by Giovanni di Verrazzano, an Italian mariner commissioned by the King of France in 1523 to discover whether Asia could be reached by rounding the Americas to the north. He became the first European to sail the East Coast from Florida to Nova Scotia. He observed that the coastline everywhere was densely populated. Of all the Indians he visited on this trip, he was most favorably impressed by the Narragansett. Verrazano's ship anchored the Narragansett Bay, probably near what is now Providence or Patuxent, Rhode Island. Now, I got relatives. My 10th great grandpa, as a matter of fact, was one that got the charter from King Charles I to colonize Rhode Island. Do we say black European? He came out the king's castle. His wife was the bridesmaid to Queen Elizabeth. They said the real one, not the fake one, because we talking about way back. Okay, now um, Verrazano was one of the first Europeans the natives had seen. One of the first Caucasian. Can we say Caucasian instead of Europeans, or shall we just say pale skinned Europeans? Because we got the so-called black Europeans that we just found out about. Everybody just found out, just started talking about the black Europeans because everybody always originally thought, oh, the Europeans is the pale skin. Well, y'all call them YT now. YT. They Caucasians. Um, So he was. That was the first. He was perhaps it says even the first. But the Narragansetts was not intimidated. Almost instantly, 20 long canoes surrounded the visitors. Confident and graceful, two Narragansett Shakums leaped aboard, jumped up on their ship. What? How? What? The older one, about 40 years old, was tall, long-haired man with multicolored jewelry. Now listen, let me tell you something. I done seen these people talk about they done added this long, straight black hair in this shit. Ain't but three of y'all in here, but I know y'all better give me some fire emojis because I know this is some real stuff. Listen, they be trying to talk about y'all hair ain't straight. It ain't straight now, but it can be straight. It had been straight, but it was damn sure long. Okay? We always had long, beautiful hair over here. And so did our men. And look at it. Folks today don't don't wear the jewelry and have the flamboyance that we had. Come on, y'all, you know it. We wore gold in our mouths, gold. Listen, and we still do it to this day. We've always been those people. That's right. We always been those people. But see, they want to act like, oh, we our hair ain't slick like fur. No, we had hair. Come on. We didn't have fur. We had hair. And hair that can go in any kind of style. Right? So one interesting controversy, how to spell Verrazano. It is apparently acceptable spelled with the Z or with Z's. The name Verrazano, y'all know about the Verrazano Bridge, right? Connecting Brooklyn and Staten Island. Come on, sister, mama love. That's your land. You know, uh, that the Verrazano Bridge. He's the first one that came over, and he's perhaps the first Caucasian European that the Narragansett saw. So the even the Asians, they're close enough with a skin color like that they would have been intimidated. Didn't have that if they had the same skin. What I'm saying, the Asiatic people got the same color. So, but we were some different people. Check it out. Watch what they are. Who know this story? Of what anybody in here know about what Verrazano said about the Narragansetts? Anybody else know this story? Okay, I'm going. Let's go. So, as well as a smaller bridge in Maryland connecting the Asatiego Island. You know about that one too, Mama? Has only one Z, while the Jamestown Verrazano Bridge has two. So y'all around here, y'all know about the bridge, but did you know he's the first Caucasian European to come and see over here in this land from from France? Anybody familiar with that? He was the first Caucasian to get here from France in 1523, right? Thank y'all for coming in. Great continuation to the four that's in the chat. Evidently, that y'all didn't share it, or nobody wants to come and hear what I gotta say. But it's all good because they the one gonna miss it. Y'all on point. Thank you for being here. Thank you so very much. Okay, let's see here. So, Merriam Dictionary says the preference is one. Microsoft Word spell the check. So they just talking about that, right? But okay. Excerpts from a letter that Giovanni di Verrazzano to the King of France the First of France, July the 8th, 1524. Okay? He said, when we reached another land 15 leagues from the island, where we found an excellent harbor, current Narragansett Bay, probably the West Channel, near the mainland. Before entering it, we saw about 20 boats full of people who came around the ship, uttering various cries of wonderment. They did not come nearer than 50 paces, but stopped to look at the structure of our ship. Our persons, looking at us crazy, our clothes, then altogether they raised a loud cry, which meant that they were joyful. We reassured them somewhat by imitating their gestures, and they came near enough for us to throw them a few little bells and mirrors and many trinkets, which they took and looked at, laughing, and then they confidently came aboard the ship. Among them, excuse me, I be reading so much. Among them, the two kings who were as beautiful of stature and build as I can possibly describe. Remember now, he's writing to the king over there who sent him over here, right? He say that he could describe. The first was about 40 years old, the other a young man of 24, and they were dressed thus. The older man had on his naked body a stag skin, skillfully worked with damask, with various embroideries. He done designed his outfit, in other words. Huh? Was he a master designer? He over there designing his outfit, living off of what? The land. And head was bare, the hair tied back with various bands, and he had long hair, in other words, right? And around the neck hung a wide chain decorated with many different colored stones. The young man, the young man was dressed in almost the same way. Get back, you back. Yeah, I realized that I was talking to believe that. Yeah, I'm reading uh Ver Verrazano's Giovanni Verrazano's meeting when he first met the Narragansetts. That's what I'm reading. Um, where am I at? Okay. All right. Let me see. All right. For 15 days. Okay. Wait a minute. I done lost my space. I done mix these pages up. Say what you know. I mix these pages up. They ain't numbered, y'all. Let me see. Hopefully I got it right. Okay. Here we go. It says, dangling about his neck and his ears, while the younger man was about 24 years old, both as beautiful a stature and build as I can possibly describe. Verrazano wrote, for 15 days, Verrazano and his crew were the Narragansett's honored guests. Though the Indians, Verrazano admitted, kept their women out of sight. Huh? They weren't playing that game with them. They kept them out of sight, right? It says that uh, because after hearing the sailors, okay, no doubt there was a bunch of sailors, pirates. What they probably be the Moors. What would you say? See, because they pat this man here. They don't give us a real clear picture of this man. Now, my studies have showed me when they do this, that's a lie. See, Verrazano was a color man probably too. See, I don't go for this crocker stuff coming here like that. I really don't. I don't take it. I don't take it for real. I really don't. So, he said irksome clamor whenever females came into view, them sailors would go off and acting crazy, right? He said much of the time was spent in friendly banter. So they must communicate with each other. My point here too, because he said they came on the ship, they hung out 15 days. Much of the time was spent in friendly banter. To the Europeans' confusion, their steel and the guns, them weapons, and the cloth did not interest the Narragansetts, who wanted to swap only for little bells, blue crystals, and the other trinkets to put in their ear and around their neck. They wasn't they didn't care about those kind of things. No daggone guns. On the shore, Verrazano noticed that the Narragansett field extended for 25 to 30 leagues. They are open and free of any obstacles and trees, and so fertilized that any kind of seed would produce excellent crops. Apparently, the Narragansett used controlled burn to clear the land of trees, brush the briars, and making the land open for grazing, for wildlife, and cultivation. By the time the Pilgrims landed on Cape Cod, about 100 years later, in 1620, a dramatic transformation of the Native American population had occurred. At that given time, we were being called the Native Americans. Do not get it twisted. These people just got that name late, way, ain't been long ago. So we was called all the things that now they're giving to another people. And the only way we're gonna take it back is by putting these pieces together. Stop talking about what the history that we was taught, trying to fight with people and try to divide that. No, we need to get our records and find ourselves in our records. We need to stop battling with slaves and ex-slaves and crackers. We don't need to do that. I mean, I don't need to do that. I'll take that. Me don't need to do that. So, um, he said by the time the fifth look at that, a dramatic transformation. The Wampanoag tribe and others to the north had suffered terribly from the. Okay, here we go. Now, who believes this lie? This is the lie they've been telling us all this while, and it goes along with the slave story. That some crackers came here and gave us a bunch of disease. I don't believe that no more because I've seen the evidence of that lie. I've seen evidence of that to be a lie. Okay? Um, Probably white fishermen. That's what they say. Probably white fishermen on this. Indeed, the spot where the pilgrims landed in Cape Cod had recently been the scene of a terrible illness, leaving it open for white settlement. Now, something happened I would say something could have happened to leave it open for white settlement, but I ain't gonna say no disease came and just wiped out everybody, because if that would be the case, we wouldn't be here now. They lied. They lied. So, but it appears that their population was not as dense as when Verano visited in 1524. He's saying so he came back and he saw that it was a little less people, right? So one of the interesting, I mean, no, I'm sorry. Back over here. So he said the people are most beautiful and have most civil customs, and we have found on this voyage. They are taller than we are. They are bronze color, some tending more toward whiteness, others to tawny color. So why would it be some white men and then they say, but some is towards whiteness, some tawny, bronze. Those are three different colors of people right there. He says the face is clear cut. Ain't got no beards like them Hebrews and them big, all them men. We didn't. Watch your face. Watch your face. A lot of us didn't grow beards. If a lot of people got beards, they've been mixing with the Europeans pretty much. Those heavy beard grows. I promise you. Look around. Check your records. You'll see. Because I'm looking at my people in my tree. Them Indians didn't have no beard going down they neck and stuff. They had a little beard, little goat teeth. I mean, not the beard, the little mustache, the goat teeth, and they might have a little hair on their face, but they would struggle. They was the ones that was struggling with trying to shave and make hair come on their face. You remember those people? Anybody in the chat? There's two of y'all in here, and thank you for staying. I hope I'm giving you something that you can figure out what I'm saying here. Um, but it says that their hair is long and black. See, but these other people would say their hair is long, straight, and black. Verrazano was the first one to come over here and see these people, right? So he said that their hair is long and black, and they take great pains to decorate it. Their eyes are black and alert, and their manner is sweet and gentle, very like manner of the ancients. He said, like the ancients. These people are like the ancients. Were they the ancients? Or were they like the ancients? Thank you so much, Demeter. I'm glad you getting what you getting it, baby. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah. But see, we use bear grease. Them Asian people ain't never used no bear grease on their hair because they ain't never had to. But we used to use bear grease. We know how to do. We listen. He says that they're very like the manner of the ancients. I shall not speak to your majesty of the other parts of the body, since they have all the proportions belonging to any well built man. This is the first person that saw the Narragansett. Their women are just as shapely and beautiful, very gracious, of attractive manner, and pleasant appearance. Their custom and behavior follow womanly custom. Where is our women? Can somebody tell me where is our women that know that they are beautiful, that they are gracious and attractive, and that they have pleasant appearance? I saw some women on the church thing with little tars, not little tars, but they had on the little panties on the dresses, and they was throwing their legs wide open, and people were just sitting there like it's church. When did this? this so-called creative dancing. I know when it came in the church because that's when I left. Oh yeah, I was in the church too. But these were the Navagasset women, and they were the Indians on the land. So it does something to say that this is the type of women all the Indians were, because we wasn't lawless and we hadn't been uh, been put as prisoners of war and taken advantage of by a wicked people, right? So we could be that gracious, but now we are lawless, and y'all, we got to get it back. And that's why I'm doing this. We got to know who we is. We got to get back the things that make good for us to be good. Because right now I'm looking at everybody, looking at some damn I ain't forget what I'm saying. Y'all, I'm just sitting there thinking to the fact that out of all these, how many presidents they say we done had? 75? Well, y'all done had, because see, I'm not part of that corporation. See, all corporations need presidents, vice presidents, secretaries, and all presidents need this. I mean, all corporations need these things to run, right? So all capitalized citizens need a president because they are a corporation too. Okay? So those that need that president, hey, I hope he give you what you need. But I know he ain't, because he's a trick. Everybody knows about the last Trump. There's a book. If you ain't never heard it, there's a book that came out way back in the 30s or 40s or something. For this man, I think, was even daggone really born, I think. It's called The Last Trump. And he'd even named that that man's son in that book, I think. And it talks about the book of Revelations, how the last trumpet, the last trump is supposed to be him, and how that he would have a wound and his wound would be healed. All this stuff is some stuff that these people are playing. That's their playbook. They don't put it in their playbook, and they playing it out before our eyes. And at the same time, they done they done they done poison all our food. They done poison our water. They done listen, and then they done injected us with all kind of things to poison our body so that we won't have but a half of a life. Because they told us in the Bible that the Most High shorten our days. Did the Most High do it, or did they do it? Because all I know is it's been a government ordinance department, and they call it a generator, organizer, and a destroyer. Whatever. God is not the one that I'm looking for. And damn sure ain't no president gonna save me. I got to save me. See, so all of this playbook stuff, we denying to read or denying to see, we need to understand. Even Monopoly, when they gave us the game Monopoly to play, I wish I had learned to know what that game was then. I wouldn't be where I'm at today, because it was always in there. We was going to jail. It was a lot about that game. How they was taking all your land, building railroad tracks. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't get the gift of it until I got grown and somebody, no doubt, put a video up, talked about it. But nevertheless, y'all, these women, it says, following womanly custom as far as benefits human nature. They go nude, except for the stag skin embroidered like the men, and some wear rich lynx skin on their arms. Their bare heads are no feathers, y'all. He didn't meet these people with no feathers on their head. That's what I got. I done heard that twice. He said they're bare heads. But then he said they done it with, but they're bare head, no feathers. That's what I get from that. It wasn't them bonnets these age added people are creating that everybody buying off eBay or making their own, because mine got made. But you understand what I'm saying, y'all? He done said it twice. That's how I take that. He didn't say feathers, but that's how I take that. They didn't have it on. Their bare heads are decorated with various ornaments made of braids. Who can wear braids? Who can wear braids, y'all? Can they braid their hair, them Asian? Those, come on. Made of braids of their own hair. What? What? Which hang down over their breasts. So their hair was long, thick, and it just hung down, wrapped around the breast where you couldn't even really see it. Ain't that what they saying, y'all? On either side, it say some have other hair arrangement, such as the women of Egypt and Syria. So he knew it. He knew he wasn't in Egypt, y'all. This man traveled the world. He come over here and he knew he was on the bay, the Narragansett Bay. He knew he was not in no place called Egypt or Syria. I mean, the lies must stop. We must get a grip on the fact or the truth of the matter of who we are and what we are. We should not be dissuaded. I mean, they got this Moorish Indian paradigm going on. When I'm waiting on these niggas to say that shit, that more is in the preamble. Because I know one of their master teachers, he claimed to be their master teacher, teaches it. That more is in the preamble. And it's spelled M-O-R-E, little bitty. And that's them secretly being mentioned in the preamble. Get out of here. When the preamble say, and a more perfect union. Come on, y'all. Who believes that? So we got to stop being confused with who we are. If your records say that your family were Moors, then you're Moors. But everybody shouldn't be just keep trying to make everybody be a Moor. It says Indian non-tax. And then it also says full faith and credit. How you get that? Well, how in the world do you get full faith and credit, I wonder? Yeah, right. Somebody tell me, please. How do you get to be Indian non-tax? And how do you get full faith and credit? Well, I tell you how I do it, but yes, it is real. But see, these people walk around here playing with your nationality. Nobody believes what, darling? Did I say something wrong? What did I say wrong, Curious? Oh, absolutely. Okay, I ever go. Yeah, right, right. But what I can show you in the preamble, Curious, is that in the preamble is the trust. It shows you that trust that everybody knows. Oh, everything's on the trust. Yeah, it is, and it's in the Constitution. I got you, Dove. I got you. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. You're right. You're right. But it's a trust. and everybody and the enemy knows it. And I would just I call it all of them. I call it the Abraham sons. Because in in the scriptures that we base all this craziness on, I'm gonna say that it's a lot of craziness been based on this stuff, right? And it's like Abraham had three sons, one of a bondwoman and one of a free woman. This is how this shit go. Then that's how they put us to be the sons of the bondman, and they wants to be the free one. But the bondman was the Muslim, was the Islamic one, Ismail. Ishmael was Abraham's bond made with the Egyptian bond lady that was supposed to be enslaved. But then Isaac was supposed to be the free one, right? But then Christianity come up. So who I'm gonna say I don't know. Because Christianity came up, it had to be one of them sons. Because it ended up being Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So Abraham was Islamic, Isaac was the bondman, and then Jacob was the Jew, but they try to say uh the Christian. They try to say the Jews, but I say the Christian. You see what I'm saying? Because there's only three religions that made out. The rest of them, they don't even matter. But these three religions trying to dominate the whole world now under Christianity. But when you look at the map and you see where France came in, uh through down through through what Florida through Texas, and then that was France. Then you got Spain over there on the Louisiana part. Then you got the whole United States was Europe, but then in Canada that was Britain. So this is how they took us. They came in on all sides, but they was all coming from there. And somebody came up with the plan. I don't know who it is. They're gonna tell us one day. They probably already have in a movie or something, you know. They probably already have. But I thought that was interesting because, you know, he's telling about how our people were when he got here. And he was one of the first to see it, you know. So it says that some had other, okay, I read that, like the women of Syria and Egypt. And these women are older and have been joined in wedlock. At this time, see, they try to say like married, all this stuff, but they said they was already married. They had a husband. Well, they probably wasn't calling it that either. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what words. You know, we're using their words and we don't know what words, right? But what we do know is that documentation has been taken. There's a lot of things has been written down, even in stone. So it's just up to us how we gonna adjust our life and try to find out so we can know. Because I refuse to leave this earth without knowing and getting the things, in place. I've done a lot. And that's why I collect these records, you know. Um, it says here that both men and women have various trinkets hanging from their ears as the Orientals do. As the Orientals do. And we saw that they had many sheets of worked copper. They said that's all they wanted was some copper and some stones, okay? Because they was worked copper, which they prized more than gold. That's why the gold was laying all around, see, because they wanted copper. I remember when I was a little girl, everybody I know had a piece of copper around their ankle and around their wrist. Everybody I know wore copper, and they had gold teeth in their mouth. It said they do not value gold because of its color. They think it is most worthless of all. and rate blue and red above all other colors. The things we gave them that they prized the most were little bells, blue crystals, and the other trinkets to put in their ear and around their neck. They did not appreciate cloth of silk and gold, nor even of any other kind, nor did they care to have them. The same was true for the metals like steel and iron. For many times when we saw them, some of our arms, they did not admire them. When they showed them arms, they didn't care nothing about that. Nor asked for them. They wasn't looking to kill nobody. You see what I'm saying? They they said they didn't want no gun. They wasn't looking to kill nobody. They had known that y'all were gonna do what y'all did to them. I'm sure they would have took them guns. What? But merely examined the workmanship. They did the same with mirrors. Now, check this out. They would look at them quickly and then refuse them. See, I remember this as a little girl. My grandmama and great grandmama, them, they didn't care nothing about no mirror. And they had a superstition about if you break one, don't break that mirror. It was, anybody know about that? Y'all might not be as old as me, but yeah, that was a thing in the house about a mirror, you know? they uh, they were very generous and give away all they have. That's what the problem is, y'all. Y'all hear this? We had some very generous. We were generous. We still that way. But it's time for us to rise up, tribe up, stay up. Because right now we done gave away everything. Somebody here. So we made great friends with them. And one day before we entered the harbor with the ship, we were lying at anchor, one league out to sea because of the unfavorable weather. They came out to the ship with a great number of their boats. They had painted and decorated their faces with various colors, hmm, showing us that it was a sign of happiness. They brought us some of their food and showed us by signs, where we should anchor in the port for the ship's safety, and then accompanied us all the way until we dropped anchor. We stayed there for 15 days, taking advantage of place to refresh ourselves. Every day the people came to see us on the ship, bringing their woman. Yeah, that's when I got there. Okay. One of the two kings often came with the queen, and many attendants for the pleasure of seeing us. And at first, they always stopped on a piece of the ground about 200 paces away from us and sent a boat to warn us of their arrival, saying they wanted to come and see the ship. They did this as a kind of precaution, and once they had a reply from us, they came immediately and watched us for a while. Watched us for a while. This sounds crazy, don't it, y'all? But when they heard the irksome clamor of the crowd of sailors, they sent the queen and her maidens in a light little boat to wait on a small island about a quarter of a league from us, just in case war broke out, huh? The king remained a long while discussing, by signs and gestures, various fanciful notions, looking at all the ship's equipment and asking especially about its uses. He wanted to know about them ships. He imitated our manners, tasted our food, and then courteously took his leave. From the ancients and otherwise on the game of fish. Wait a minute, no, I missed something like that. That's good for that though, y'all. Y'all get my point though with that, right? Who these navigantes were, and they wasn't. That was in the 1500s. So that be the case. I'm thinking now, in the 1600s is when the colonies started, right? But Texas and Louisiana wasn't part of the colonies. Anybody ever thought about that? Besides me, they wasn't part of the colonies. Okay, were they? Was California part of the colonies? Y'all see where I'm going? So we had, there go Spain, there go France. They weren't part of the colony. The colony was just what, Europe, right? And then Canada was all separated with Britain. So all of these are four different territories that are ruled by four different people on this continent, right? This country, whatever. Y'all agree with me? Anybody in the chat? Curious, what say you? Anybody want to come up here with me and for a minute? Not, I'm on. I ain't gonna stay long. I just curious about some of this stuff, It really was. Um, so I got four of y'all in here though. Thank you for coming. That's a great number to me. I love fours. Yeah, I love fours. And so another thing, then I'm gonna stay here to about for 2 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here for 2 hours. Um, another thing that, thank you, Curious. Okay. Long as I got somebody that, if you disagree with me, hey, let me know. I guess my boy Fire left me again, but it's okay. Another thing that I wanted to share. Let's see, can I find it back on my phone where I was? Yeah, right here. Everybody talk about religion. I don't believe that the California was part of a colony. Yeah, okay. I didn't think so either. And so see, it lets it goes on to my theory that New York, Chicago, and California, those are like Mecca, uh, what you call it, bringing people in on that end down there, right? And then you got Louisiana and Texas and Florida down on that end, bringing people in on that end from them. So it was like these was the places that was set up to be Mecca, and we was in the middle. We was in the middle, being immigrated all over this place because we was here, we was there. We had to go. We went places. They would they would um what you call it, segregate us in a community, and then they'll tell us, they'll cart us off to somewhere else to build something. This is how a lot of stuff got built. You know, a lot of things got built because my father was a brick mason. And so back in the day, they used to call them brick mason, but then now they call them just mason. And they did have what, unions, and they did. I remember a little of that, but then it turned into, excuse me, then it turned into the secret society type situation of masonry, and that's when you got secrets, and so that's when I would say that the plan and the plot was thickened. It was thickened within those secret halls that was being set up all over everywhere. Those was the, because I got a book here now where it's these masons, these Negro masons all over the place. Japan, I got a book with their pictures, their wives, and everything. So All of these people was together. That's the coup d'etat. That's the coup d'etat. Because even in the 20s, when they took all the banks away from us, we still was thriving, even in the 40s before. I mean, we never stopped thriving. Let's just say that we never stopped, even to now. Even to now. I remember when they bombed, looking at how they bombed 1906, and then we end up and came back from that because those was all our buildings that they bombed. That's why they did it, because they wouldn't have did it if they was running them. You saw all them standing out there with them guns trying to take it over. So, but after they bombed us there, we went on to somewhere else, Sweet Auburn Avenue, and crunk Auburn Avenue up in Atlanta. So our people is resilient. We're strong people, but we gotta have something to work with. And right now, you know, this internet is really crazy. It's really not giving us much to work with. But they were saying, excuse me, they were saying about religion. I hear people talk about religion a lot. And so it made me curious to see what type of religion, or what was my people who were the Powhatans doing, and how they worship. So I went to do some little Googling as usual, but I don't do that much Googling. I'm Microsoft, because when you Google, you just getting Google. But when you Microsoft, you getting World Wide Web, because that's www. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different way of research. I know. But okay, it says that the Powhatan, a polytheistic tribe of the Algonquin speaking people who lived in Virginia Tidewater area, worshiped many gods and spirits, including Ahon, also known as Rawataman. Ahon was the chief god and the creator, who, according to the legend, made the world a flat disk. So much for flat Earth. Curious, curious. Ohan made a flat disk, not a globe. So we're gonna, hey, okay. With the Powhatan tribe at its center. So it was a dish with the Powhatan tribe at its center. Ahon was also known as the giver of good things. Oki, also known as Oki with two E's and with one E, was an evil spirit and vengeance counterpart to Ohon, who the Powhatan associated with war. The Powhatan tried to appease Oki with offerings of tobacco. This is what they said we're supposed to be offering to our ancestors, y'all. Tobacco, bees, fur, and foods. Now, stones, shells. I went to my mom's grave and honored her with some shells, some stones, and stuff. Yeah. The great hare, the leader of the good, that's the great hare, the leader of the gods in the Powhatan creation myth. And we know what mythology is, right? Who created people and animals. The wind, the other four gods in the Powhatan creation myth, representing the winds from each corner of the earth. The four winds, we know about that. Pretty much the natural things that we even know, right? The Powhatan also had priestesses who interceded with the deities to bring rain, and cure diseases, and priests who communicated with the supernatural, interpreted their messages, and presided over religious rituals. The Powhatan Indians likely worshiped many spirits, of which the Jamestown colonies recorded only a few. Interesting. So the Jamestown colony, because they was right there at Virginia, they recognized and they wrote down Oki, Ohorn, the Great Hare, and an unknown female deity, and the sun. They worship the sun. Among these, the localized Oki appears to have been the most important on a day-to-day basis. So, Oki was a wrathful god in the religion of the Powhatan. Let's see a flash relief. So there goes. I didn't hear anything about Jesus. I didn't hear anything about the Hebrew, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or anything. I haven't searched all the way through all of the religion of, the Powhatans or any other Indians. Um, but I think it'd be safe to say that the colonies brought each colonies, okay? Spain brought their God, France brought their God, England brought their God, and Britain over there brought their God, right? So everybody brought their God over here, claiming they're leaving over there for religious freedom. But that was part of the cloaking of the lie, along with the fact that we were slaves and they brought somebody here. So all of these different lies is piled on top of each other, and they go together. But they don't go on me. They don't apply to me. They want to say King James did the Bible over here, but Abraham and Isaac, Jacob, them came from over there. All of them came from over there. And even I remember back in the day, the Canaan land Moors used to always talk that. And so if the British colonized there, they say Canaan. Where's Canaan? Where was that land, Canaan? Canaan, they said is Canada because Canada is connected to that water, right? So the little Bible story goes along and says Moabites, the Ammonites, the Canaanites, and the Jebusites, and the Amorites, and all of those ites was on the heels of the so-called children of the Most High. Now, the people want to say that's Israel. They want to say it's Hebrew, but ain't now one of those words the correct ancient words to even use to say that they are people. There is no such thing as a Hebrew Israelite. And all these niggas walk around here telling me they Hebrew Israelite, they don't even know the truth. I don't even understand that. Because that's not the correct word. It's Abrayah. Israel is Yashar. That's in the Strong's Concordance. But these niggas still walk around here saying Yiddish, talking about now they from here. But see, 15 years ago, before I came to know and do all and know my Indian stuff, because I didn't always know the Indian stuff, right? I was a Hebrew Israelite. That's why I know what I'm talking about. And I studied the ancient language. Me and my ex actually taught the ancient language of Hebrew. So I kind of know definitely before I say I'm a Hebrew Israelite, I know how to say it for real, right? So I can't understand how these niggas still after me getting out for 15 years, they still walk around here. But see, we weren't talking about coming. We weren't talking about America being their land. We was talking about going to Israel over there now, where they over there fighting. And they know they was 15 years ago. Them niggas was not saying they was in they was home. They was not doing it. So I'm gonna need for them to get their real true story together. Because right now we done found out we're not Africans, we not Hebrew Israelites, we not Moors, we not Canaanites, we none of those. But what my record says is that my folks was Indians. And I'm gonna stand on that. I ain't standing on Aboriginals for a reason that it's not in the Constitution, and the Aboriginals don't have no full faith and credit. See, I got full faith and credit. I'm standing on my Indian business, 10 toes down, flat footed with it. Because it's my business. And somebody's trying to keep me from knowing, trying to keep me confused. Ain't no Indian Moors. That word came from the Moabites. How you gonna be a Moor? How you gonna say, oh, we'll roof the Moabite, but then don't use Moabite? Use Moabite then. It might be in the Constitution, but Moor ain't. So I know the haters that hate, but truth is the truth. We ain't none of that. And we might not be Indian, but it's in the Constitution. That's why I'm rocking it. Because I got records that say my folks was Indian. So why would I be anything else? Just why would I be anything else? I don't see the logic in that. I really don't, y'all. Do y'all see a logic in it? Anybody can help me out. Who's in the chat with me? Come on, y'all. Who's in the chat with me? Okay. Now, this is Tecumseh's death certificate. The one that I read to y'all, talking about he was a singer. This is his death certificate. And you can only get these people records if they're in your family, right? Stop playing. He was born in Walla Walla, Washington. I'm sorry, he died. That's his death certificate. I'm sorry. He died in Walla Walla, Washington, Yakima County. He was in the hospital for 28 days. In the VA hospital is where he died. His name was Chief Kutas Tecumseh. Okay? And he died January 3rd, 1966. Thank you for being here, Curious. I appreciate your love. I ain't gonna be here much longer with y'all. I'm gonna do about 20, 30 more minutes and I'm out. I just I need to put this on record, y'all, because niggas is playing games. Okay, Chief Tecumseh. He died in 66. His sex was a male. His color or race was INDIAN. What does that spell, somebody? In 1966, my people were still being called Indians, while some of us was being called Negroes, black and color, because we didn't know that we even had Indians. So we was being reclassified by way of unknowing. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? This happened to a lot of our families. We lost because of a lack of knowledge, because somebody was pulling the wool over our eyes. Somebody was trying to keep us from getting what we're supposed to have. And all the same time, they eating off you. Okay. So, It says here that his date of birth was 1896. He was born January the 7th, 1896. And he died in 66, 1966. It says here that his birthplace was Vigo County, Indiana. What was his occupation, y'all? Can somebody put in the chat what this man's occupation was, please? Not the singing and all that. Can somebody tell me what's the occupation of a real Indian? Everybody ought to know this answer. Come on, y'all. Trivia question. I wish I had some money to pay you. Listen. It ain't before y'all up in here, but this is good information. This is on a death certificate, y'all. What's this man's occupation? I ain't got nobody to talk to me, y'all. Y'all make me sad. I'm happy, as a matter of fact. I'm having fun because I know documentation beats conversation. Y'all ain't nobody gonna give me a clue what they think his occupation is. Come on, we intelligent people up in here. We Indians. Where my Indians at? Y'all, where y'all at for real? I got 4 people in here. Demeter. No, Mama Love gone. It's 11:15. She gone. I'll see her tomorrow sometime. She gone. I know you gone, Mama Love. Uh, Curious. Come on, Curious. Talk to me. Okay, y'all. What's up? Everybody in the bushes on me. Somebody in the bushes on me. You say, no, I said he could fly planes. I didn't say he was a pilot. I said, yeah, he fly planes though. Yeah, he was. I saw a plane he was in. But no, let me tell y'all. But what is we? What is our? What was your granddaddy? What was our? What is a real Indian, y'all? Come on, what's the occupation of a real Indian? All of us know. Well, it says right here, y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all in suspense no longer. It says right here that this Indian cousin of mine, he was my second cousin too, y'all. Let me say that. It says usual occupation, farmer. I'm gonna put that in the chat. Yeah, 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 just like that. A farmer. He died a farmer. Yeah, I did. I said that he was. I said he was a pilot as well. He was a singer. I said he was a poet. I said he was a political fighter for his people. I did say he was a pilot, but I didn't mean it as an occupation. I just meant yeah, he had some. You know how we be a jack of all trades most of the time, right? You know how that is. But yeah, so uh yeah, so you know our great grandparents, that's what we all were, right? We all was farmers. And so this Indian cousin of mine, death certificate verifies that he was a farmer. It, and that he was an Indian and that he was married and that he was 69 years old when he passed. Let me see. It also says citizen of what country? U.S.A. Okay. His father was John Tecumseh. Okay. His mother was Julia Moran. Was deceased ever in the U.S. Army? Yes. Thank you, Curious. So he was in the U.S. Army, y'all. Our man was in the Army. Was them Asia added who's battling us talking about they native now? What you they ain't got no war records. They don't have war records, y'all. This was our people fighting on our land for what was being taken from us. Okay, let's see what else it says. About to come say. It said yes, he was in the military. That's why he died in the Veterans Hospital. Probably he probably was a what you call it? Uh, uh, um, they probably was doing work on him. You know what I'm saying? They probably was like John Hopkins and stuff. You know, VA ain't. hmm They probably was over there researching on him. You know that. So it says he was in the military. 513. This is 1918 to 5/2 1922. It even has his social security number on his death certificate, y'all. Right? So by all the nationality, that social security right now is still alive. That number is still somebody's still eating off of him right now. His informant was the records of VA hospital, dissecting an aneurysm of an aorta. That's how he died. They was in there. I told you they was probably experimenting on him, didn't I? They just said it. They was in there dissecting an aneurysm of an aorta. Yeah. So this is an actual certified copy. It even tell you where his mortuary was. Gross Gross, Gross Clothes Mortuary in Walla Walla, Washington. Cemetery. He's buried at Shaw and Sons Funeral Home, Yakima, Washington. Wait a minute. Burial removal. What the hell? Wait a minute. This says burial, and then it says removal. Hmm. I don't know about that. I have to research that a little bit, y'all. But hey, y'all, thank you for being here. What time is it? I got a few more seconds. I got a couple more things I'm gonna go over. Who here with me? Ain't nobody? Nobody but you, Curious? I see two of y'all in here. Okay. Now, Tecumseh, he was mixed too. Let me see. Tecumseh's mother, no, his mama. She was a half Yakimi. She had half Yakimi and half white. So I got his genealogy of his family as well. So you know what I'm saying? Records, it's about these records, y'all. It's about these records for real. So I just wanted to share to let y'all know that we had our own stuff going on over here. Um, and to be confused for these people to be out here with this all these different religions now. They want to make us be religious, and it's not necessary. We need to just be, you know, what we can regain our people by. And it definitely ain't by being none of the things that they're calling us. Um, Curious, I got a bill on the Magna Carta and the preamble. I'm gonna come back and do it again probably tomorrow or Friday, and I hope you come in because I want to show you how the preamble is the trust that we all are under, and it's our birthright. So, with that being said, y'all, I hope that y'all got something out of what I said. That's what's up, Curious. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited that you stayed, and I hope that something I said really made sense because I'm tired of people confusing the people. So many people confused right now. Yes, yes, you rest well too, Mita. I'll talk to you in the morning in the AM. And I guess firekeeper went over there and got Biz over there in the Biz house. So, but I appreciate him stopping by to say hi to me. I appreciate having who's all in here, Demita, um, Mama Love dropped in on me. Old Dog Philly was the first one to come in, and I didn't even get a chance to speak to her. But OG, you know I love you and I respect you, and I appreciate everything that you do on your end. Okay, get back. Thank you again. Demeter, you know one love, Mama Love. Um, Curious. I've been on the panel with you before. I think over at was it was it Greedy or was it on Feeling? I remember Curious, and I remember T Ruggles. Was it not on there with y'all? Who up in here? Somebody just jumped up in here. Curious, wasn't I on the panel with you before? I think I remember you. Well, y'all, that's all I have for this. Cause I mean, right now I ain't gonna be on here long. I just wanted to throw out that my family was not Moors, and I will stand on that. Even if I found a few of them in the family, the whole family was not Moors. You know, we didn't come from Morocco, and we definitely ain't Moabites. We ain't Ammonites. We ain't Hittites. We ain't Zebusites. We ain't none of them ites. But my folks say they Indians, and I'm gonna stand on that. I stood on enough to even change my mother's death certificate. She's an Indian too. I am too. My records show I'm an Indian in my medical records. So I mean, these are things that matters. If you're really standing on Indian business, but you can't stand on Indian Mo business. There's no such thing. There is no such thing. So, yeah, well, you won't get that over here, Curious. I mean, you might get me reading a lot or talking a lot, and and like I said, I don't pay for this thing. I got 3, 4 backup channels, and I'm going to use them all. But I got room for anybody that can come up and be sensible. Uh, if we talking, come up, but I'm not gonna have nobody coming up here disrespecting and ranting and raving and getting upset. It don't make sense. It's too much disrespect. I see too much disrespect. I've been disrespected. That's why I decided to come to my own channel. I've been had my channel, but I was trying to give out information to where the people were, thinking that they needed it. But I got accused of trying to not want people to have fun. What the hell is that? Fun? Disneyland and shit? I mean, get mad at me if you will, but what I had wasn't fun. Oh, you had your fun. Yeah, one nobody else had your fun. What the hell are these old folk? And then when I look at you, you look like you 80 years old. You look real old. I mean, I don't even look old or at old, but to mistreat people because they're trying to give you something to help you. I just took it to okay, leave it alone. Because I don't argue. Y'all see me when they get to arguing. Anybody know Mama Chief? I'm gone. I'm gone. Cause see, one thing I ain't gonna do is argue. Cause see, I have a temper. I ain't finna be sitting here arguing with people. I keep my temper on the wrap. You know what I'm saying? I be like, I don't want to let them see me sweat. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, some of that stuff be over the top of things people say to each other, And my mama didn't teach us that way. She did not allow us to talk to each other. We didn't join each other. We didn't raise hell in her house. My mama didn't play that. So for people, you can see what kind of house they raised in. Folks to say some of the stuff, roll out their tongue, I'd be like, oh my goodness, I would never. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's that's why. And then they say, "Oh, Mama Chief scared. Mama Chief ain't scared. Y'all don't know how many people I done took care of. Don't play with Mama Chief. You just don't know me, and you ain't gonna get to know me like that either. Because I got trust issues. I don't mess with people that, I'm talking about laughing, cuss you out and laugh in your face. No, the hell you won't cuss me out and laugh in my face. And then when I call you, you be a coward and don't even answer the phone. Just mash the button. No, that's cowardly stuff. Don't do it. And I'm just done with the bullshit with people, because I try hard to just share. And like now, like I said, I'm just here to show documentation beats conversation. And that's just the truth to the matter. So anybody right here in the bushes didn't say greetings, didn't say great continuation to me, great continuation to you. And I hope you get what you deserve and what you need. Because life is a circle, baby. It is, it is, it is, it is. No. So thank you again, Curious. Appreciate you hanging out with me. And as I say, no confusion over here. And my moderators, I gotta give them I gotta figure out how to do that over here. I gotta give them their ranches because they've been getting on me that said, listen, we're not gonna talk about other people over here either. Let them do what they do. But one thing, we're gonna do what we do over here, And I don't want people coming in my chat, bringing up other people's name in my chat. That's not what I'm up here for. I don't want the confusion. Just keep their name out my chat, out my, and we good. Um, so with that being said, y'all, I'm finna hit this button. Like, yeah, it's all good, y'all. Appreciate y'all so much for coming up in here. I'm gonna play my song. Play my song going up out of here. I'm on this internet right here. Turn the camera around. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. My song right quick, y'all. Jay Cobb's in the house with me. Shout out to the Mama Chief. Yeah, you be quiet when Big Mama speak. What she gave us is a part of me. It flows through my arteries. Even on that journey, that love grows out of garden beat. The first to teach us when we sick, the first to heal us. Mama's boy, yeah, my pride and joy. Soul food, yeah, I'm an enjoy. Calm you down, just by the sound of a voice. There isn't another feeling inside. When they cheer you on at your game, and you feeling the pride. You and your siblings fight, she gon' make you put the feelings aside. She can lead you down the road, but she can give you the guide. Why you think I get that blissful look in my eyes? I need a side of ice cream with them eyes. You know what's up with Mama Chief, you know I'm a ride. Cause we all need a Mama Chief. Yeah, we all love a Mama Chief. The greatness, the patience, the foundation, the knowledge passed down so many generations. Our motivation. I just want to thank you for my creation. Cause we all love a Mama Chief. Yeah, we all need a Mama Chief. Yeah, we all rock for Mama Chief. The dedication. I seen your tears at my graduation. Now you find your boy that made it. You the reason I'm one of the greatest. Yeah, cause we all need a Mama Chief.
Yeah, we all love our mama chiefs. Yeah, we all rap for Mama Chief. Now be quiet and let Big Mama speak.
Good night, y'all. Y'all have a good night, okay? Much appreciation for you coming in. Uh-oh. Y'all know I gotta go here with Dre again, y'all. I'm sorry. Shout out to Draco. That's one of my sons that I love. He loves on Mama T.
Who they think they better than? Ain't no comparison to the so-called black, the African American. You can drop the African, keep the American. When we say Aborigine and make the world in, I'm going in the same dirt my ancestors buried in. I come from a God and a God, so what that make me? Not even Basquiat can trace me. Not even Van Gogh can paint me. The MC in me is the God MC equals the God in me. I'm focusing and let my mind be free. You too blind to see the Jews I give Israel. It's been real. These ain't shots, they missiles. All you gonna hear is the whistle. Lyrically, it's the execution. My verses start revolutions. For my people seeking restitution. Since the beginning, fuck evolution. Or maybe my reality is all a dream. I put it together like I was so it seems. So it seems this is that audio dopamine. Go against the machine. We put you where nobody can hear you scream. And sing you to meet your Elohim. My nigga, this is savage mode. It's something that you can't go. They started with a spark and I'ma let it explode. I was given the cheat codes that'll let me dump and reload and go through them waves like a fucking torpedo. You dump the cards of life, I just cut them diamonds with the ace of spades. Y'all scatter like roaches when they facing raid, or vampires when they facing blade. I'm trying to get extra charade like I'm getting played. You still stuck as a mental slave. You still stuck in that mental cage. While I'm making easy money, pimping hoes in style. This my coming to age. Crowd roar when I'm coming on stage. And when I'm done, they gonna be cheering my name. Drake Cobbs, and now I ain't quit my day job. I spit bars. I really rap on my day off. That's real shit. To give you some tools you can build with. Aim high even if you still miss. Just keep going. It's a climb to the top. And I'ma keep flowing. Down Lake Shore, out Chicago going. Yeah.